going to demonstrate on how to properly groom a horse. Grooming is essential for horses because it brings out the natural oils in their skin. It makes their coat look healthy. It also increases blood flow, and it's a good way to bond with your horse and make a connection. And it's also a good opportunity to check over your horse for cuts or nicks or anything that needs to be treated. Okay, first off, what you're going to do is you're going to tie up your horse using a quick release knot. And you can do so by taking it around the wood. You want to leave at least 2 feet of slack so that he can move his head and allow him to look around at objects near him. You're going to start and you're going to bring it over the top and you're going to pull the loop through. You're going to take the loose end and pull it through the other loop and pull tightly. And if the horse gets spooked or needs an opportunity to get away, all you're going to do is give the loose end a quick pull and it releases the whole knot and allows them to get away. Okay. First step when grooming a horse well is you're going to use a hoof pick. And you do this by gently rubbing your hand down his leg, picking it up, and make sure that you keep your feet out of the way in case he decides to step down. And you're going to take the pick and you're going to pick down towards the ground. And what you want to do is get all the dirt out and the mud. And this allows you to get all the loose stones. And you definitely want to avoid this area. It's called the frog right here, and it's really sensitive to horses. So you don't want to spook him by doing that. It's kind of almost like the feeling in the palm of your hand. That's how sensitive it is. Okay. Next, you're going to use a curry comb. It's most helpful for people to use rubber curry combs, such as one like this or like this. Rubber curry combs are easier to use because it is easier for the horse's skin. It like massages it. And what you're going to do is going to start at the neck and you're going to slowly move in short circles. And what this does is loosens up all the dirt, gets all the loose mud, and you're going to gently rub all over his body. You definitely don't want to go past his shoulder right here because his legs are real sensitive too, and that can kind of hurt a little bit. You don't want to curry underneath his underside of his belly because that is sensitive as well. And you're going to go top of his rump and all the way down his hip. And make sure when you're brushing, you stand off to the side in case he kicks. You want to be out of in the safety zone. Okay. After that's completed, next you're going to use what is called a dandy brush. It has hard bristles, and this brushes away all the loose dirt that you just brought up. And you're going to stay in the same area as you did with the curry comb. And you're just going to do short, soft sweeps across his skin. And when brushing, make sure you brush with his hair. You don't want to go against it. Again, brush with nothing. After that is completed, next you're going to use a soft brush. And this brush polishes the hair and sweeps off all the loose stuff. And this brush can be used all down his leg because this does not hurt them. You're going to want to go all the way down. And this brush you want to use longer strokes. And go all the way. After that is completed, next you want to use a mane and tail comb, and when brushing the tail, be sure to take the tail and stand to the side in case he were to get spooked. You can get out of his way real quick. And you want to do short strokes, and try not to use the comb as much. Try to use your fingers as much as possible because you don't want to break off the hair. And with horses, it takes about 3 years to grow the hair as long as this now. So what I do is I try to start at the bottom and work my way to the top. So and when brushing the mane and tail, you try to want to avoid doing it every day, because like I said before, it breaks it off real easily. It's good to do it probably about 3 times a week. Well, 3 times. Okay. Next, what you want to do is you're going to use a wipe. Wet wipes or diaper wipes made by Johnson & Johnson, those work really well. And we're going to use this on his face. What you're going to do is wipe around his eyes, around his face, up around his ears, and again go with the hair. And also around his mouth and in his nostrils. Don't go up too far because the area is also really sensitive. Okay. And sometimes when I'm getting ready for a horse show and I want him to look extra good, I'll take a couple more wipes and I'll wipe off his whole body just to make him look like a little more shiny, a little more lustrous. And after that is completed, you have successfully finished one side of the horse. Now next you want to repeat all those steps. Next you want to repeat all those steps on the other side. And if nobody has any questions, I'm all finished. Now you know how to properly groom a horse.